Hey everybody, my name is Rob Drenning. I'm a physical therapist. In this video, we're going to learn how to squat deeper. Now, this is a really important movement that we all need to be good at. It's very functional. It's something we use all the time. And it's also something that if we don't use it a lot, we lose it with time. Maybe you've noticed it in your own lives. You've had trouble getting up and out of that soft recliner, up and out of a low car, getting up from the couch. Maybe you sit down on the stairs with your kids or grandkids and it's hard getting back up. That all involves a deep squat. And when we don't do that, we lose the ability to do that and it can kind of sneak up on us. It's super important. And today we're going to go over how to fix it. If you look up a lot of other videos or things online, how to get up out of a low chair, you're just going to see all of the short-term compensations, basically the cheat codes for how to do it. They're going to tell you to lean forward, get your nose over your toes, use your hands to push, all of those things. Yeah, they'll get you out of the couch, they'll get you out of the chair in that moment, but that's not addressing the underlying root cause of what's triggering that limitation to begin with. And that's a lack of mobility and a lack of strength. You can keep pushing up, you can keep using momentum and doing all the things that you can read about online, but over time, it's just going to get harder and harder. So today, I'm going to show you two ways that you can address that underlying strength and mobility to really get better in the long term at getting up and out of those low surfaces. But let's also consider another benefit to it. Maybe you're young and active, playing a lot of sports. Maybe you don't have trouble getting up from those low chairs. Well, we all care about having healthy joints. And when you squat deeper, it gives you healthier joints. It tells those joints, it teaches them to tolerate more loading. So over time, you get less overuse injuries and less repetitive strain injuries when you are active, when you are playing sports. So by learning to squat deeper, you condition your joints to tolerate better loads and you can prevent getting hurt in the future. So there are a lot of reasons. Those are the two big ones, but we all need to be able to squat deeper. It's a super functional movement. In this video now, I'm going to show you two ways that you can do at home that will help improve that for you. So let's go check those out now. Okay, the first exercise we're going to do, what I have here is, this is a half of a foam roller. Okay, if you don't have one of these at home, you can roll up a towel. It doesn't matter. All we need is something for you to put your heels down while you squat. So first what we're going to do is you're going to test your squat. For our purposes now, don't worry about where your knees are going, if they're too far forward or back. We'll talk about that in another video. Don't worry about that yet. But all you want to do is reach forward and squat down. You want to see how that feels to you. And ideally, your shins and your torso, your upper body will stay somewhat parallel as you're going down. Okay? If you can get your thighs parallel to the floor, then you're doing fantastic. But what we want to do now is take our towel roll or roller, and we're going to put it down on the ground, and then you're going to stand with your heels on it. And you're going to reach forward and squat down again. And you're going to find how much easier it is to go lower and keep your torso upright so your upper body can be parallel with your shins when you go down. Okay? And you're going to repeat that to increase your depth. Now, gradually at home, you're going to take layers away. So scoot more forward on the roll. If you're using a towel roll, make it smaller. And you're going to repeat that in a stepwise fashion until you can squat deeper. Now, the pace of that progression will vary person to person. For some of us, it might be heels up on the roll, doing 20 squats, rest, do a second set of 20 squats if you can, and you might do that every day for a week. But you want to keep testing and retesting and see, okay, can I make it smaller? And then try smaller and see if you still feel like it's easier until eventually your feet are flat on the ground and you're able to squat with better depth and get your butt lower to the ground. Okay, so that progression can be hugely variable. Don't feel like you need to change it every time. And some people, it may even change within the same session. Some people, it might take a week or more at various levels of having your heel elevated. But that is one great way that you can do to increase how deep you can squat. Now I'm going to show you a second way. Okay, exercise number 2 to improve how deep you can squat. This time we're going to use a chair as our frame of reference. So what I have here is just that, it's a chair. So what you're going to do is preferably something that's low, that when you squat down to it, it's a challenge. So you might have to use an ottoman or the first couple of steps. You want something that's sort of a benchmark for you. So what I'm going to do is use this chair, and I'm just going to sit down as my squat. Now be careful, make sure you know that the chair is behind you, otherwise some not so good things might happen. But if that's a struggle, that's really hard, you find a low chair that's hard for you, then you're going to take a couple of pillows or cushions or whatever you have. Basically, you're just going to make it taller. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to squat down like that and stand back up. And you're just going to repeat these sit to stands the same reps as the other exercise, 20 reps. Okay? And if you can, do 2 sets of that. And it's the same progression. The time will be based on what feels right for you. If that's feeling easy, take one of the pillows out and keep going. And repeat that rep until you can go all the way down and squat on that low chair. And then your full squat gets deeper as well. Okay? It's the same progression. You might take 1 pillow out a week. You might take 1 out every other day. It's going to be different for every person. So do what feels right to you. But those are 2 excellent techniques that I use regularly with people, and I hope that it works for you too. If your goal is to improve how deep you can squat, these will help you. Thank you for checking it out, and I appreciate you.